Inciting change without causing division. In an era where voices clamor for attention and movements vie for influence, inciting change has become both a necessity and a challenge. The power of agitation lies in its ability to disrupt complacency and spark transformation. Yet, the path from awareness to action is fraught with pitfalls that can turn well-intentioned efforts into divisive conflicts. This article explores how activists and advocates can ignite meaningful change without fracturing communities or undermining their own goals. The paradox of agitation. Agitation, at its core, is the act of provoking thought and action through urgency and intensity. It serves as the catalyst that turns passive observers into active participants in societal evolution. However, when agitation becomes synonymous with hostility or exclusion, it risks alienating those who might otherwise support the cause. The balance between stirring passion and fostering unity is delicate but essential. This paradox demands careful navigation by leaders and influencers within activist circles. They must ensure their messages resonate emotionally while maintaining inclusivity and respect. To achieve this equilibrium, understanding the emotional triggers that drive people toward action is crucial. These triggers often stem from personal experiences, shared values, or collective fears about future scenarios. Crafting inclusive narratives. An effective strategy for inciting change involves crafting narratives that reflect diverse perspectives rather than singular viewpoints. By embracing multiplicity, activists create space for broader participation and deeper engagement. Narratives rooted in empathy allow individuals across different backgrounds to see themselves reflected in the movement's vision. This reflection fosters identification with common objectives despite varying circumstances. Moreover, inclusive storytelling helps mitigate feelings of marginalization among groups historically excluded from dominant discourses. When every voice matters, so does every contribution towards achieving justice. Utilizing platforms such as social media enables these stories to reach wider audiences quickly. However, it also requires vigilance against misrepresentation, which could distort intentions behind inclusive messaging. Building bridges through dialogue. Dialogue remains one of the most powerful tools available to bridge divides created during periods of heightened agitation. Engaging opponents constructively can transform adversaries into allies over time. Fostering open forums where differing opinions are heard respectfully lays groundwork for mutual understanding. Such environments encourage critical thinking without resorting to confrontation. Facilitators play pivotal roles here. They need training in conflict resolution techniques alongside deep knowledge about various community dynamics affecting communication styles. Encouraging dialogue doesn't mean compromising principles, but finding ways to articulate them clearly enough that others understand why certain actions matter deeply within your framework. Case study: successful community mediation programs. One notable example comes from urban neighborhoods plagued by racial tensions post-economic downturns. Local mediation programs implemented structured dialogues between residents representing conflicting sides proved instrumental in reducing violence significantly. Data collected over 5 years showed a decrease in reported incidents related to intergroup friction by approximately 30% following sustained implementation of these initiatives. These success metrics underscored importance placed upon creating safe spaces where everyone felt valued irrespective of past grievances or current disagreements. Participants noted increased willingness amongst previously estranged parties to engage meaningfully once trust was established through consistent facilitation practices emphasizing neutrality and fairness. Harnessing collective action wisely. Collective action amplifies individual voices, making it harder for authorities or opposition forces to dismiss concerns outrightly. Yet harnessing this strength wisely prevents chaos from overshadowing purpose. Organizers should prioritize clear objectives aligned closely with grassroots needs, ensuring momentum translates effectively into tangible outcomes rather than ephemeral excitement alone. Maintaining transparency regarding decision-making processes builds credibility necessary for long-term commitment from volunteers and supporters alike. Additionally, setting realistic expectations about achievable results prevents disillusionment when progress appears slow compared against initial hopes raised during mobilization phases. Educating for empowerment rather than indoctrination. Education plays a vital role in empowering citizens capable of driving sustainable changes independently. Unlike indoctrination aimed solely at converting beliefs, true education equips learners with skills applicable beyond immediate contexts. Curricula designed around critical literacy enable students analyze information critically, thus resisting manipulation tactics used frequently during political campaigns or misinformation spreads online. Such empowerment ensures future generations approach issues analytically instead reacting impulsively based purely on emotions stirred up momentarily via aggressive propaganda methods. Investments made today into quality educational resources yield dividends far exceeding costs measured merely financially, since informed populace contributes positively regardless economic status. Leveraging technology thoughtfully. Digital technologies offer unprecedented opportunities, reaching global audiences instantly, yet require thoughtful application lest they contribute further fragmentation among already polarized societies. Social media algorithms favor sensational content, leading many campaigns astray. Focusing excessively on outrage rather than nuanced discussions required nurturing lasting reform efforts. Therefore, strategists must consciously curate digital presence, promoting balanced discourse even amidst intense public sentiment swings threatening coherence of message delivery channels. Tools facilitating virtual town halls provide alternative venues, encouraging deliberative exchanges, bypassing limitations imposed traditionally physical gatherings restricted geographically. Measuring impact beyond numbers. Assessing effectiveness of any initiative dedicated towards inciting positive societal shifts extends beyond quantifiable data points alone, although numerical indicators remain useful benchmarks. Qualitative assessments involving testimonials gathered systematically help capture intangible benefits resulting from successful interventions, including renewed sense of belongingness among affected populations. Engaging stakeholders regularly allows continuous refinement strategies according actual feedback received, reflecting evolving realities faced daily by impacted communities. Ultimately, goal shouldn't merely changing policies enacted but cultivating cultures resilient enough to sustain desired transformations organically without constant external intervention. Conclusion: inciting change requires strategic foresight, balancing assertiveness against sensitivity, particularly navigating complex socio-political landscapes characterized inherent contradictions. By adopting approaches centered inclusion, dialogue, wise utilization technology along prioritizing education empowerment, organizers stand better chances transforming aspirations concrete achievements benefiting wider society collectively. Remember, always aim cultivate movements grounded solidarity rather divisions, ensuring legacy left behind enduring testament humanity's capacity evolve compassionately together.